Last thing I want to talk about with regard to Ferguson and the non-indictment of Officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of unarmed black teenager Michael Brown is gun safety and gun control. And the gun safety issue has been way too far in the background during this entire discussion, even missing altogether. And it is a really big deal. Even if you think that Ferguson police officer Darren Wilson is innocent of any wrongdoing in the shooting death of Michael Brown, any system in which legal police shootings of unarmed civilians are a common occurrence is a system that has serious flaws. And this is an event that happens very often in our society. And very often we focus on, oh, was this officer justified in what they did? Was Michael Brown maybe hiding a weapon, or was he not? And we need to take a step back and say, why do we have so many of these shootings? Why are police so afraid of individuals who may have guns? And the reality is that we have this movement from people who want to protect themselves from a potentially tyrannical government by having more and more weapons. And as a result, we see more militarized police. We see SWAT teams being used more and more. We see more of the shoot first, ask questions later attitude from police. And the result is a quantity of police shootings that, regardless of the facts of any particular case, is staggeringly high. Now, there's a racial component, of course. Young black men in particular are paying the price for America's gun culture. But we don't even have to talk about race right now because there's so much with regard to just the gun issue. Japan had no police shootings of people, police killings of people, of civilians, in the most recent year we have data for. Britain had none. Germany had 8. The US had 409 deaths from police shootings. Now, the UK and Germany are not states that have eliminated racism by any means. But the big reason that British police and German police don't shoot civilians is, number one, in the UK, most police don't even carry guns. They actually have a special team. If something comes up that requires police with guns, they have a special team. If police don't have as many guns, they're not going to be shooting and killing as many people. And in the UK, if you have an unarmed teenager who is suspected of shoplifting, the way Michael Brown was, you don't even get the cops with guns showing up. And that, of course, is going to reduce the number of people killed by the guns of police. There is about 1 gun per person in the United States. So, of course, police legitimately need to be able to wield more force than the citizens they're policing. Those who say we're going to get more handguns in case the government becomes tyrannical seem to be blind to the reality that then the government will get shoulder-mounted RPGs and drones and Apache helicopters and tanks, and they are still going to be able to become tyrannical if that truly were their desire, and it leads to more police shootings. So no question about it, we need to have the conversation about gun safety regulations, background checks, etc. back in the picture. And specifically with regard to Ferguson, it's been mostly ignored, and that's a really, really bad thing. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/dpakman. Let me know what you think about all this. I know we are going to be continuing the conversation.